Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a review of Incogni. This is a new service offered by Surfshark. It does seem to be its own little entity, however, it doesn't seem to be included within Surfshark's subscription as of yet, but that very well could change in the future. I could definitely see them doing something like that. But we're going to be reviewing it today, seeing how it stacks up against competitors. If you didn't know, Incogni is basically a data removal tool. It will query the various data brokers around the internet, like white pages and those kind of things, send them a kind of a power of attorney request to remove data on you, and they will subsequently do it. This is something you could kind of do on your own, but it would take a while. Emailing all these different websites is a pain, and no one really has time for that. Not only that, but websites and services like Incogni promise to kind of do it monthly and kind of make sure everything is removed for you automatically. So it is kind of a future-proof way of trying to keep your information off these websites as much as possible. Now, I do believe these kind of services are kind of getting more popular. I've noticed that. Definitely seems to be interest in the privacy community in these kind of tools, especially if you're a creator. You don't want your real life name getting out there and someone finding your address and illegally harassing you or sending a SWAT team to your house. And I mean, it's legal to do that, but it could happen, and you don't want people finding your address. So these services definitely help with creators, but they also help for the average person as well if their name gets out online and people are sending them pizzas or something like that. So it's definitely important to remove as much information about yourself online as possible. Ideally, someone doesn't find out your name, but sometimes it does happen, and it's very easy to query these websites and find information about pretty much anyone as long as you have their name. So I definitely think these services are very important, maybe just as important or maybe even more important than VPN, depending on what you're planning on doing on the internet. You know, VPNs at the end of the day are very important for torrenting, protecting your IP and general anonymity from your ISP and stuff like that, but not getting doxxed and not leaking your address out online is also very important. So guys, let's go ahead and check out Incogni. Also, check out the tier list for VPN tier list. If you haven't checked out my tier list, I rated almost every single VPN, ranked them by objective tiers, no sponsors whatsoever. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and check out Incogni, see how it stacks up. I've been using it for around 6 months now. I think I was one of the first people to start using it. So let's get into it right now. So guys, one of the things I did want to do is kind of look at some of the competitors and analyze the price of Incogni to see how we think about it in this review. Incogni is pretty affordable. The annual plan is around $70. So you get the annual plan for $70 and annually after the first 12 months. So it seems to be $70 per year. I'm not sure, why it says $70 now and then annually after the first 12 months. It almost seems like they thought it was a 2-year deal, but it is an annual deal. I think it's because Surfshark does kind of do this on their main website. You pay 2-year deal, and then after that, the 2 years is over, and then you pay annually. But this seems to be annually and annually, which is interesting. Might be a little typo there. Since it is a new product, they might need to iron some of these things out. Surfshark, if you're watching that, you might want to clarify that. Anyways, though, for monthly, it's around $11.49 per month, around $144 a year roughly, or a little bit cheaper if you describe month by month. So not a bad deal overall. It said it has a list of 130 plus data brokers, which is quite a bit, but we'll have to see if that is actually the case. If we look at something like Delete Me, this is a service that I used to use but kind of soured on. I was recommending it and reviewing it on my channel, but for some arbitrary reason they decided to cut me out of their affiliate program for hardly any explanation. Apparently they said someone was DDoSing their payment gateway or something like that, which is total bull. I never did anything like that. Never had any problems with any affiliates or anything like that before. So I'm not sure what happened there. Overall, it kind of soured me on the experience of this company, but there's also things about this company I didn't like before. Take, for example, the only option really is to sign up yearly. So you have to pay in bulk. It's around $130 a year. So Incogni is already cheaper by half. You can also get other plans for bulk people. So there's that as well. But this is definitely one of the more expensive ones. No monthly plan. So that kind of sucks about it. Overall, it worked fine when I used it though. But again, it is an expensive service. So not a fan of that. And I didn't like how I had to do that at the time. Lastly, we have something like DataSeal. Now, DataSeal is the primary one I've been recommending on my channel. I talked to one of the guys there at the company a decent amount. His name's Corey. He's pretty cool. I definitely do like DataSeal. DataSeal, it seems to be a pretty small company. I haven't really heard anyone else talking about it. They just reached out to me one day a year or two ago, and since then I've been checking them out and liking it. So DataSeal is pretty decent. The interface behind the scenes is a little bit basic, and I kind of give them some feedback in that. I think Incogni has a little bit better interface. We could kind of compare the two if we want in a little bit. The monthly plans are a little bit more expensive than Incogni actually. So Incogni is around $11.49. DataSeal is $13. We do have annual plans though for $100 a year, year after year. So again, it does seem like Incogni is a bit cheaper, which gives Incogni the advantage. Now, for whatever reason, I've been having issues with DataSeal's account management though. I can't really log in or access my account. Not really sure why. I think I'm still getting paid like in terms of affiliation with this company, but something happened in my account and I can't log in. And I also didn't really want to buy a new account since these things can get pricey for me to review. But kind of going back to so I'm not going to be able to show you like the back-end interface for DataSeal right now. But talking about Incogni, I do have my active subscription with them. I was actually giving it, I asked Incogni if they could give me or Surfshark an account to test it out, and that's what I've been testing out with it. So that's nice, and I haven't had any issues with that account there. So that's also nice. But if we're looking at, you know, the back end, what does it look like? This is what it's going to look like for you guys. Basically, it's going to show you the request sent, request in progress, and request completed. If you click on this, the thing I do like is that you can see information about all the websites, information about category, status, and description. So as you know, with Delete Me and DataSeal, it's not as detailed as this. So I think they did a really good job with this backend informational system here, giving you information about it, data sensitivity, and category, and stuff like that, as well as status. We also see the request in progress, as well as requests are completed. So that is nice as well. However, the thing about Incogni so far that I've noticed, it does seem to be, you know, 18 requests completed, 35 requests in progress. It says it takes around 30 to 45 days to see that get removed. However, I haven't really seen any improvement here that much since I first started using it. I got around 18 removed, but these have just been kind of standing still. I'm not really sure why. Just kind of been standing still there, not really doing much. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I kind of want to see more action, more things getting removed, and that's something we could see to be improved from Incogni, just to be working quicker. So overall, you know, what are my final thoughts on Incogni from using it around 6 months or so? I think it's off to a good start. I think they have really good pricing. The pricing is very competitive. It's cheaper than the other competitors in the space. It's from what I could find, a decent amount cheaper as well. The interface seems to be better as well in the back end, so that's nice. But it just seems to need to work better. We'll probably see more improvements from Incogni as they start dumping more money into it, start removing more stuff from my account. The data broker stuff just needs to be working better overall. Should you invest or should you purchase Incogni? Well, I think it's cheaper than the other alternatives, and if you're interested in it, it couldn't be the worst buy, especially if they continue making it better and stuff like that. So that would be nice to see. Overall, that's my final thoughts. If you're interested in purchasing it, check my link in the description down below, as well as the comments. And if you purchase that, it'll actually send me a small cutback. I'm not sponsored by Incogni. These were my honest thoughts. So anyways, guys, thanks for that ahead of time, and I'll see you again very soon.